and jive with me to ecstasy. Jive Talkin's for free, baby, baby girl. Oh, Jesus, what happened? I got so crazy with that I don't know what I did there. Oh, jeez, man. I felt like I shortchanged you on that. God. Yeah. Wow, that just dies. I think my little keyboardy thing is taking a shit on me. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to episode 30. That's a 3 and an O. Episode of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo. You don't have to clap your hands and stomp your hands and clap your feet. That's Kevin DeBro you're seeing there, and it looks as if they're unauthorized and illegal album reissues coming up. So I wanted to get into that. We've got so much to do. I want to tell you, you can watch this on the YouTube if you're interested in getting your comments read on the episodes, and they're not, hey, you fat fuck, you're a terrible person. But they're constructive in some form or other. The only way to get your comments on, if you're listening from Spotify, is to go to the YouTube video and put your comments there. But you can watch this video or audio on Spotify on Saturdays when I release these. So I thank you all for tuning in once again. My heavens, you guys are just the best. I really don't deserve you. I would say that seriously. Quiet Riot blasts unauthorized and illegal album reuse. First, I would ask, what Quiet Riot, right? Frankie Banali's gone. Kevin DeBro's gone. There's no, I think Rudy Sarzo, he's back in, but let's see maybe it's Rudy. Quiet Riot has blasted the upcoming reissue of the band's 9th album, Alive and Well. I didn't hear any of that. Calling it unauthorized and illegal, and has urged the group's fans to not buy it. Last month, Cleopatra Records, Danzig, that jerky guy, he works pretty closely with Cleopatra Records. I think they've released some of his stuff, and I know they've done his movies, his spaghetti western vampire flick, and his Veronica movie. Cleopatra Records announced that it would reissue Alive and Well as a deluxe 2-CD set and a 2-LP vinyl pack on June 17th. The 1999 album remains an import cornerstone in the band's history as it reunited the classic lineup of singer Kevin DeBro. Why didn't I listen to this then? Guitarist Carlos Cavazo, bassist Rudy Sarzo, and drummer Frankie Banali. The same quartet which coalesced during the recording of the blockbuster, multi-platinum selling Mental Health album. And went on to record much lauded follow-up, 1984's Condition Critical. I love that record. That's where Stomp Your Hands and Clap Your Feet came from. Let's Party All Night. Whoa! It had Mama We're All Crazy Now and all of that. Because, of course, if you get if you're Quiet Riot and you get massive success from Slade's song, Come On Feel the Noise, legend has it they hated it and they didn't want to do it, and Kevin DeBro just sang it once, and then that's the recording that they used on the album. But huge hit for the band. So what do you do for your second record? You do another Slade song. So you do Mama We're All Crazy Now from Slade. Earlier today, Regina Banali, widow of Frankie Banali, manager of his estate and owner of the Quiet Riot brand, posted to the following statement on the band's social media. Please do not purchase the unauthorized illegal reissue of one of our past albums from the 90s that a record company is attempting to release tomorrow. They are in breach of contract. The contract Quiet Riot signed with them prohibits reissue, repackaging, and re-releasing. This is fraudulent, and we are taking legal steps to shut this down. Please don't send money anywhere to purchase this thinking this is a legitimate product. We really appreciate our fans so much and hope none of you will buy this. Thank you. When Cleopatra first announced that Alive and Well reissue, it said that the LP had been digitally remastered to bring out every nuance of the original 8 compositions, as well as Quiet Riot's cover of AC/DC's Highway to Hell. I'd like to hear that. Is that album on the old streaming services? a 6 revamped QR classic. The label said that the package would also contain additional rare live and demos of the tracks that were later fleshed out on Metal Health, including, Thunderbird, Dubrov's heartfelt tribute to founding QR guitarist, the great Randy Rhoads. Rest in peace. We got to say rest in peace to every damn one of them that's in this article. Plus new artwork showcasing the iconic man with the metal mask on the cover. I took a metal class for one semester in junior high school, and the first thing I was asking is, how can I make one of those masks? And they were saying, well, we're not going to let you make that. That's the devil's music. Sarzo recently said that Quiet Riot's upcoming studio album will include a song that was originally recorded with Dubrow. Dubrow, who formed Quiet Riot with Rhoads in 1975, died in November 2007. That's a long time ago, of an accidental cocaine overdose. I've never dabbled in it, but I feel like that's a whole lot of powder that you're putting up your nose there to overdose on it. Did he die of suffocation? His nostrils were clogged, or probably blood pressure and all of that. Dubrow recorded a solo album in 2004, the all-cover set, In for the Kill, and his final studio CD with Quiet Riot, Rehab, came out in October 2006. So 1 year, they put out Rehab, and 1 year later he has an accidental cocaine overdose. We're moving on to Dio here. Look at this little fella. We love him so damn much. But I did want to say congratulations to Ozzy. He did go in for the surgery. He is back at home now. He is feeling froggy. He's getting better, and things seem to be looking up for Ozzy. So we're happy about that. Hey, our thoughts and prayers and our well wishes, it all paid off. I want to say that we did it all. When we were just, you get, what you do is you get home, it's getting close to bedtime, the sun's gone down, you got the alarm clock set, you get naked, you strip down to your birthday suit, you climb under your silk sheets, and then you just say a little prayer, and that prayer was answered. Wendy Dio explains decision to remix Dio's Holy Diver album for Super Deluxe edition. Well, my first thing would be, 30 years later, you do a Super Deluxe remix. If you put Super and Deluxe in there, oh boy, you got some buyers. But it's to make some green beans and get you now own I think the way that works is the record company. You sign with the record company, you release albums, and then they own the property for X amount of years, which seems ungodly, like 20, 25, 30 years. And then the rights to those are returned to the rightful owner. And then they go remix, remaster, redo. Ronnie James Dio would have turned 80 years old on July 10th. Among the greatest heavy metal singers of all time, I concur with that. Dio's career spanned 5 decades, touched millions of fans, and pioneered his signature devil's horns. And Gene Simmons will say that's a lie. He made it up. One of the most popular hand gestures in the world. Dio also provided, what did Gene Simmons used to say? He used to say that he came up with it because he would hold his guitar pick. He'd hold it like this in his hands. Someone go look at some video right now and see some close-up stuff and see if he actually does play like that. Because I feel like I would be more happy with my forefinger, my birdie finger, and my thumb to play. My ring finger, birdie finger, thumb would be weird, but who knows? I don't know anything about it. Dio also provided vocals and lyrics for some... Wait, what did I miss here? Dio's career spanned 5 decades, touched millions of fans, signature devil horns, one of the most popular hand gestures in the world. Dio also provided vocals and lyrics for some of the iconic rock albums of all time, with Black Sabbath, yes, indeedy, Rainbow, you betcha, before establishing his own band, Dio, as a metal force with their 1983 debut, Holy Diver. You've been down too long in the midnight sea. Sorry. Holy Diver was double platinum certified smash and one of the late singer-songwriter's most groundbreaking achievements. Rhino revisited this epic metal moment on Holy Diver Super Deluxe Edition, available on July 8th as a 4 CD box set, $59.98, and digitally. So you'll be able to listen to it on the streaming, but if you want to buy the CD box set, $59.98. To me, that sounds reasonable. What does that sound like to you? Get in those comments. The collection comes with 2 versions of Holy Diver. The first is a new mix of the album made by Joe Barresi, and he's worked with Tool, Queens of the Stone Age, and Slipknot. He used the original analog tapes to remix all 9 tracks on the album. The second is a newly remastered version of the original 1983 mix. The Super Deluxe Edition also features released live performances and outtakes along with a selection of rarities from the era. In a new interview with Rob Rush Radio, Ronnie's wife and longtime manager Wendy Dio said about the reasoning behind it, "Holy Diver Super Deluxe Edition. We were just Rhino and myself were thinking that it would be nice to re-release it with a newly remixed version. And I went through lots of different producers and thinking who would make a good job of it for Ronnie and bring it a bit more modern. So we picked Joe Barresi, who's done a lot of stuff with Tool. You may have heard them. They sing that song, I am just a worthless liar. I am just an imbecile. And Queens of the Stone Age, and you might have heard one of their songs too. And so on. And was quite reluctant in the beginning to do it because he said, I can't improve on what Ronnie did. And I said, well, it's not really to improve it, dear. It's just to make it a little bit different and to bring it to up-to-date standards, Bring it up for the kids, the modern kids. They're going to love the old Dio classics, but you put a little trap beats in there or something, little extra special something. And so he did. And I'm very pleased. I think he did an absolutely amazing job with it. And next month, being Ronnie's 80th birthday, rest in peace, my dear, I can still remember rubbing your back, rubbing your thighs when you come home late at night from the concerts and you bet you've worked so hard. Oh, sorry, she didn't say any of that. Sorry. So it's a 2 LP set, and there's vinyl with it and lots of outtakes that nobody ever heard before. We went into the vault and found lots of goodies and yummies. And Joe said, what about these? And I said, fine, let's do that too. And there's also, on the deluxe version, a show that Wen Davis, a longtime engineer and friend of Ronnie's, he remastered that one. And so that one's coming out as well. It was done in 1983 on the Holy Diver Tour. I don't even know if this is still her. Oh, it is. It was done in 1983 on the Holy Diver Tour in Selland Arena in Fresno. So he mixed it. It was a concert, a live recording, so he mixed it. And that's on there as well. It's going to be a wonderful deluxe version and a super celebration for me little buddy, Ronnie. We love you so much. Oh, we love you so much, Ronnie. Barris's new mix of the Holy Diver title track is available digitally as a preview of the new album mix. Check it out below. Okay, so they've released it to the folks and stuff, so they can check that out, and I would love for you to give it a listen. I will not give it the listen. You will give it the listen. You report back in those comments and tell me what you thought of it. Let's get into some Alice Cooper. This guy, he's got to be 87 million years old, but he's got 30 new songs for his upcoming 2 studio records. I mentioned that before, that Alice Cooper was going to be releasing 2 records. In a new interview with Germany's Rolling Stone, legendary rocker Alice Cooper confirmed that he is working on 2 new albums with longtime producer, the fantastic Bob Ezrin. And he's worked with everyone, including Kiss. A lot of those born during the plague, he said. A lot of those born during the plague. We couldn't go touring for 18 months, so what's a musician to do? Well, they're going to write songs. Everybody has a studio in their house, so we're writing songs and doing demos. At the end of this whole thing, I got in touch with Bob my buddy Bob, here's 30 songs. And we decided, okay, let's do 2 albums. But the 2 albums are definitely 2 different angles of a coming into Alice Cooper. One is very hard rock, the other is hard rock, but it's got a twist. We always love the twist, don't we? It's hard rock with a nice big twist of lemon juice. And that's all I can say about it right now, because there's a couple of really important things about both albums. Cooper previously spoke with his new music about his new music during an appearance this past January on Sirius XM's Hold It, Eddie Junk in the Trunk Nation with Eddie Junk in the Trunk. I'm working on 2 albums right now, actually. 2 studio albums, he said. And all I can say is that one is written, totally written, and we'll be doing bed tracks for that one pretty soon. And then the other one is just a touch in the future, but that's being written right now too. They're 2 entirely different kinds of albums, but they're Alice Cooper, pure rock and roll albums. The 2 albums will really be hard rock albums. At the time, the 74-year-old singer said that the first of his new LPs would arrive latter in this year. It's kind of like the old days when you're touring and putting out records at the same time, Alice explained. It's kind of taking it back to when you're doing Love It to Death, and then your tour for Love It to Death. While you're doing Love It to Death, you're writing Killer. When Love It to Death is over, Killer comes out, and then you go support that. And while you're doing Killer tour, you're writing Schools Out. So we're kind of piggybacking everything, and I kind of like that. It keeps everything moving. I don't like those big chunks of time when there's nothing going on. Yeah, what does this say about Nita Strauss? Let's read this real quick. Also in January, Alice guitarist Nita Strauss revealed to Detroit's WRIF radio station that she and her Cooper bandmates recorded quite a bit of music for his upcoming albums. The band did also have a huge part in the writing this time, which is the first time that's happened in the 8 years that I've been in the band, she said. So it was really, really fun, really exciting for us to get to work with the legend Bob Ezrin. And a huge, huge honor to be in the studio with him and Alice, creating what we hope will be some more Alice Cooper music to just add to his wonderful and delicious legacy. If you can't get enough of Metallica and you're saying, man, my lifelong dream is to learn each and everything that Metallica does on their guitars and instruments, look at this. This is James Hetfield. He's very distinguished now, right? He's getting older and he's got the bags under the eyes. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's screwed it all. He's had a great go of things, right? Legend, iconic, would you call him the king of heavy metal? They're going to have a thing. You can see this here. It says musician. It took me about 10 minutes to figure out what that was. I was like, you sick, Ian? What? And then it's like, oh, musician. So you can learn how to play Metallica. Metallica and musician launch course inviting fans to play alongside legendary metal band. Musician is leading music education platform that offers lessons in guitar, bass, piano, voice, and more. Is launching Metallica X Musician, a brand new collaboration with Metallica featuring 3 beginner-friendly courses. Metallica Musician delivers an exclusive music learning experience in which guitarists learn to play the Metallica songs they love with the multi-Grammy Award-winning and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, with exclusive tips from James... Pardon me. I'm gassing up over here. With exclusive tips from James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett, Metallica fans can discover how to play their favorite riffs, dive into rhythms and leads, and get behind-the-scenes stories about the band's musical journey. Musician patented AI technology. Oh, God, the robots. They're going to come and take you away. Ha ha, hey, ho, that's a bit of take me away, yeah. You ever heard that? It just popped into my head. I remember that from Dr. Demento's show back in the day. Fish heads, fish heads. AI technology provided players real-time feedback as they learn. Metallica classics from Nothing Else Matters to One, Taking My Arms, Taking My Legs. The Unforgiven and Welcome Home Sanitarium. Fantastic song. I love that. A total of 10 lessons, all utilizing the band's original master tracks. Fans can access the first course beginning today, with the other courses rolling out in the coming weeks by signing up for Musician. Hadley Spanier, head of artist partnership of Musician, said, the Metallica Musician course get guitar players up close and personal with the master musicians they idolize. Players will have the opportunity to learn how to play like Metallica straight from Metallica. Are they going to have Lars Ulrich have a class too? The unique course pairs unmatched access to the band with Musician AI technology, so that guitarists in training not only get to learn from the masters, but also get the feedback they need to improve. Players will feel like they are part of a band, playing along their idols as they try to master some of the greatest guitar-driven songs of all time. The one-of-a-kind Metallica Musician course will provide fans with the chance to feel like they are a member of their favorite band, as well as exclusive access to the bandmates' creative process and influence. The 3 courses for guitar focus on riff, lead, and rhythm, and allow players to learn directly from James and Kirk. All new videos with the band created exclusively for this course will provide tips and tricks to guide guitarists in learning everything from the secret of down picking with James to awesome lead licks, to discovering the real way to play those killer riffs they've listened to on repeat for all those years. Does this tell us what the songs are going to be? More about it? From there, players can take these insights and put them to use, playing side to side with the band through the custom-made AI-infused interactive lessons created utilizing the band's original masters of 10 of their greatest hits. Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, One, Fade to Black, Welcome Home Sanitarium, The Unforgiven, Battery, Mama Said. I've never heard that. Mama said every day's like this. I've never heard that. What is Mama Said? Master of Puppets, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Why do I get the feeling that Mama Said will be the least utilized? The AI will go, must play, Mama Said. We don't want to play that. We want to play Enter Sandman. That feels to me like that'll be at the bottom of the interested. But I don't know. Maybe it's a great song. I can't think of it. As players learn to master the mega rock anthems and riffs, the patent AI technology on Musician's platform, I was almost going to say Usican, will provide the real-time feedback on their performance so they can continue to build up to their rock star best. So there you have that. Say, are you a fan of Gwar? Well, I just got rid of my subscription because I just realized that I wasn't watching Shudder all as much as I should. I watch a lot of horror movies and stuff like that, but I just don't find myself going to Shudder. It's a great app. It's a great thing. I enjoyed it. Well, guess what? Gwar documentary. One of the cutting-edge, behind-the-scenes things, and it's going to be acquired by Shudder. Now I feel like I need to, and there was no real reason other than I would like to save a bit of money and stuff, so I got rid of it. I hadn't opened that app up or that channel in 4 months and was like, well, why am I doing that? Now I got to go get it back. It's almost like they're taunting me and teasing me. Gwar documentary, This Is Gwar, acquired by Shudder. And this should tell us everything that we need to know about it, but it's going to be informative. Shudder AMC Network premium streaming service for horror, thriller, and supernatural has acquired rights to This Is Gwar documentary. The film gave rare insight to the 30-plus year career of one of the world's most outrageous heavy metal bands, known for its grotesque costume characters and notoriously wild, fluid-soaked stage shows. And man, if you've never seen Gwar, there ain't a dry person in the house. If you've seen clips and you see them fire hoses of blood squirting everywhere, they get everybody. Everyone in the room is hit in the face with it at one point. This is Gwar, which world premiered at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas, has won the 2021 Audience Award at Nightstream. Will be available exclusively on Shudder in the US, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, shrimp on the barbie, and New Zealand on Thursday, July 21st. For more than 3 decades, Gwar has set the standard for heavy metal horror with large... Well, this is a quote from, I think, the Shudder folks. For more than 3 decades, Gwar has set the stage for heavy metal horror with the larger-than-life personas and gore-filled stage show that were unlikely anything anyone had ever seen, said Shudder General Manager Craig England. Yep, guys, I was right. It was Craig Engler. But even their most ardent fans have never seen them like this, as the band and director Scott Barber reveal in moving detail the literal blood, sweat, and tears that have made Gwar the true legends they truly are. Added Gwar. Gwar is founded in horror, humor, and heavy metal, of course. We love Shudder. It's our favorite. Every movie is like a home movie for us. Are you kidding me? Monsters, demons, the undead, dinosaurs. Those are our people, Gwar and Shudder. 2 terrifying tastes that taste terrifying together. That was a quote from Gwar about this. This is Gwar is a powerful story of the iconic heavy metal art collective as told by the humans who have fought to keep it alive for over 30 years. The feature documentary includes interviews with the band members, both past, present, and other artists, including Weird Al Yankovic. We just talked about Weird Al. Weird Al and what do they call it? Dr. Demento. Thomas Lennon, is that the brother to John Lennon? Alex Winter, is that the son of Jonathan Winters, comedian? Bam Margera, ooh, that'll be really good. Ethan Embry, including never-before-seen footage of legendary Gwar frontman and a fantastic fellow, Dave Brockie, a.k.a. Odorous Urungus. This is Gwar is directed by Scott Barber. Orange, these are the things that he's done, I guess. Orange Years, the Nickelodeon story with producer Tommy Avalone, who did the Bill Murray stories. That was a good documentary, pretty fun. Josh Goldblum, who did the VHS 94, executive producer Bill Parks, Zach Blair. Okay. Brockie, who fronted Gwar under the name Odorous Urungus, was found dead in his home in Richmond, Virginia in March 2014. According to Virginia State Medical Examiner's Office, he died from acute heroin toxicity. The toxicity of our bodies, No, you shouldn't be doing System of a Down songs when you're talking. I've met Dave Brockie. I drank beers. I sat and drank beers while he filled my ears with glory stories of the slave pit and everyone redoing my band up and taking us on tour and getting us a record deal with Metal Blade. And then when we played with him, he goes, man, I really fucking pulled one over on you guys, didn't I? But we loved him for that. We says, you knucklehead son of a gun. We were waiting for Metal Blade to get a hold of us, and they never did. Brockie was last remaining original member of Gwar. Wow. Which was founded 38 years ago. He was 50 years old. So Brockie, when he passed away, was the last remaining original member. A lot of that stuff going on these days, isn't there? These bands that have no original members left. Very interesting. So if you are a horror goof or a Gwar goof and you want to see that documentary, I absolutely want to see it. So it's going to be over on Shudder for you. We're almost to comments, but I wanted to get into this fun little nugget here. And by the way, I'm just saying this now. If for some reason they try and monetize my 40-minute video, this will be clipped. But what it is it's the America's Got Talent. This little gal, she gets up there. She says, I'm a singer. And then she does Spirit Box, Holy Roller. Fantastic. So I wanted to see a little bit of that. And who doesn't like to see this lady? I watched an entire season of America's Got Talent. And I know you're going to say this is just bad. But I watch it for her. My God, she is just gorgeous. She was on Modern Family, Modern Problems. This fellow here, this bald guy, I guess Howie Mandel was missing. This is the little girl's father. And they said, well, we got an empty seat over here. won't you come plop your ass down and we watch your daughter? Now he's going to hit the buzzer and give her or not hit the buzzer. He's going to say you did great. So does that count as a vote? Let's see. Let's see what happens here.
Much better from over here? It's much better.
Standing ovation. And we're going to stop it right there because, of course, everything's got to be so kind of poppy that this whole audience gives her a standing ovation. They're going to say, oh my God, that was like she had the devil in her. But they let her go through. But they always do the pop, sort of like Katy Perry or something. As soon as they jumped out of the seats and started applauding for the little girl, then they put on the so it's whatever. But I thought that was fantastic. I enjoyed that. But they got to put that. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Katy Perry. I think that's Roar. No, it's but what song is that now? Yeah, that was Roar. I'm a Katy Perry fan, okay? So what? But that was not the point. It's time for your comments. Ooh, yeah. This is, it's probably my favorite portion of this, other than delivering you the hot rockin' news. But let's get right into it. Justin4130, another entertaining episode of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo. Horns up, bang. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oscar Salvador coming in. We need a video autopsy on Vinny the Finger Shane. What few videos I have seen, everybody looks bored at his recent appearance at Creatures Fest. Well, Oscar, you're going to be happy to know that as you are enjoying this on the following Wednesday, I have a video coming up called The Return of Vinny the Fingers Vincent. So that will be coming up for you. Here's a heartsy. Oscar Salvador one more time. I remember pompous Eddie Trunk telling a story about 5 years ago or so. A fan went to a Kiss show, noticed the star child wasn't really singing, disputed the ticket charge on his credit card, and the charge was reversed. Yes, I actually, that's true. Because I read an article about that. And it was Ticketmaster returned the guy's money. He said he paid for live. He didn't get live, so he got his money back. Bang! There's your heart. New fella here. Ryan Wade. I Love It Loud and Fight for Your Right were my gateway to playing drums. So we're right there together, bruh. We're right there. I also had the Carmine Appice book with the floppy records in it. Yes! In the back of the book, it had like I remember that would be in the very first time that I saw a record like that too, where it was literally plastic. It was just like a slip, but you could put it on a record player and you could even go, all right, guys, and you want to go and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and so Carmine would play the beats. So this Ryan, he knows, man. I didn't use the book at all. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Which is why I suck to this day. Go back to that book. I did, however, learn a few useful tips from the Randy Castillo VHS I rented. I loved Randy, too. See if you can pick them out from the old skinless demos. I'm going to have to see what that's all about. Yeah. I saw Randy Castillo with Ozzy Osbourne. He was one of my main influences. I love that dude. I loved, and everything about Randy Castillo I loved. Heart and a thumb for you on that one, man. Boy, that's the floppy disks in the back was like, yep, there it is. Miss Althea, the wonderful Miss Althea coming in. The dumbstruck fool says, good God, man. We need to start slapping warning explicit lyrics stickers on your theme songs. Naked in the bed is becoming a signature for you. I know, I don't know why. But for some reason, getting naked and getting in the bed, I don't know why that pops up all the time. I have no idea. This is still her. Even though Ozzy's surgery will have passed by the time you are getting to these comments, all the best to him and his recovery if everything he's been through already hasn't taken him from the earth yet. I don't think anything will. Yes, he's good. They say he's back at it and he's doing it. He's living his best life. He's YOLO on it. Stephen Piercy is knee deep into car racing and he used to competitively drive in his younger days. That is until he totally wrecked and broke both his legs. Is that why he would do the pills and the alcohol and have the bad performances? Read his book, darling. I'm going to. I love those audiobooks where it's actually the person that's, like Paul Stanley or Gene Simmons, and they read their own book. This is what my penis looks like when it's soft. That came from one of Gene Simmons' books or something. I don't know. Because there's a clip of from Gene Simmons' book on YouTube. And I guess you look up Gene Simmons' penis soft or something, but it's going through the book. It's reading the book. And then every once in a while, you hear in Gene Simmons' voice, this is what my penis looks like soft. As soon as news broke, okay, this is still Miss Althea here. As soon as news broke about Kiss incident in Belgium, I was watching with bated breath for you to say something about it. Just awful, and there's no way they can backpedal from it, period. There's another clip that's going around of Gene Simmons at some kind of an award show from years back where he's going, he gets some kind of award for something, and as he's walking off stage, he's going, and remember everybody, don't use backing tracks, don't fake it, do it live, you owe that to your audience. So that's making the rounds again too. Still Miss Althea here, copywritten, so don't copy me, is a line from rapper Miss, okay, copywritten, so don't copy me is a line from rapper Missy Elliott's song, get your freak on. Get your freak on. Boy, she came on like a thunderstorm and then was just kind of vanished, didn't she? It was fairly big crossover hit in the early 2000s and was used in a few commercials. I would find it funny if Glenn Danzig used a sample of the recording of that line in one of his songs, since he is so hardcore on the ownership of his material, only to have Missy Elliott sue him over copyrights, thus turning the tables on him for taking videos down left and right. Nothing but a vicious cycle. I appreciate you, Miss Althea, for basically spelling that out for me, because last time I was like, I'm not sure what that means, and that was a perfect synopsis of that. This is still Miss Althea here. I don't think James Lomenzo was in Ace's band for very long, but I only witnessed it once at a small club with bad drinks on Long Island in 1992, I believe. I mean, the dude does make his works his way around. So, yeah, that's Miss Althea. You're getting a heart and you're getting a thumb. And then would you look at who's here? This is kind of the go-to master of all things Paul Stanley and Kiss goofs and spoofs. If you're not signed up to the Fonz's channel, I'd say go over there. There's just hours of entertainment. The Fonz has here a link that's 20 minutes into the last episode of the one we did. This is his clip. This is Fonz here. You can see him. Here we are, Antwerp, Belgium, 2022. I think it's clear. So that was just him. Do I click back out of this to what do I do now that I just goofed all I just have an audience that goes, this is not okay. I spent this much money for a live ticket. Jesus, do you ever get sick of hearing your own voice? I do. Let's see. Yes, okay, so here we are. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, I'm falling apart at the seams. Where's oh shit, I totally passed Mike Buchanan. I was just scrolling here and I went, hey, missed. So let's get Fonz. Fonz says, you wanted the best, you got 50% less. Love it. Go check out the Fonz's channel. Hours and hours of good stuff with him. He's the, well, I'm going to say he's the investigator, and he's the Fonz, man. But he's a man that collects stuff on Kiss. Let's go back to Mike Buchanan here, because I'm jumping all over the place. I just totally scrolled past him. Just about turned off the video. That intro song was perfection and nothing can follow that. You, good sir, need to voice a cartoon character. I would love that. If they asked me to do some kind of voiceovers, I'd love that. And I don't know who they are, by the way. And I can still remember to this day when about 50% of the Aussie crowd got up and left after Metallica finished their set during Ride the Lightning tour. Metallica doesn't have a good track record for opening bands. I saw the Cult open for them. The floor people managed to turn their chairs around so their backs were to the band. You know what? Because Faith No More was booed and spit off stage, and when Mike Patton was leaving, he was going, "Fuck you very much, we're the Cult." So I think that was the tour. The Cult was supposed to be with him on that tour, but canceled those dates or whatever. And I just saw Tool. I'm going with that was the loudest concert I have attended. Really. I've seen, they're very particular. They don't want people filming in there, but I've seen just some beautiful, like the stage lights and everything was just like top-notch, amazing 4K HD, goodness. Oh, you want jokes? Fair warning, I tell terrible dad jokes. Yeah, okay, let's have it. We got the joke here. What do ducks watch on TV? Documentaries. I mean, fantastic. So now we're going to scroll back down here. Fonz, I'm going to give you a heart as well. And then we're going down to the very last one here. We got Tank Suffers. What? Tank Suffers 666. Shane, Mr. Diablo, Big Dog, you need to check Carcass, Corporal, Jigsaw, Quandary, or Carnivore, SMD. I know Carnivore. Thanks, brother. Okay, well, good news is, and I'm going to give you a heart on that one, is... I am planning to do that for you. Carcass. Well, we got to get some Carnivore on there too, but I've heard quite a bit of Carnivore, and I don't want to do that on the first listens because, believe it or not, and I'm telling you guys this, this is my honest truth to the heavens, to the skies, to the demons below. I am telling you this. When I do my first listens, I have never heard those songs before. People saying, you're playing the air guitar too close to, or your lips are doing something that you've listened to the song before. It would be boring as all get out of town for me to listen to the song and then record the video listening to the song. That would be lame to me. And it wouldn't be a first listen. I like doing it where I've never heard the song. Sure, I might have heard the band, I might have heard some of the album or whatever, but the songs that we do on first listen, I have never heard in my life. So if I'm, so I guess what I'm telling you is if I'm gifted in so many areas that you can believe that I'm reliving this song that I've played, it's just a gift. It was just given to me because every song that we have ever done on the first listens. And I will tell you this, there's been one or two that I go, oh, I have heard this. And I exclaim that in the video. So I'm just telling you, the first listens, I have never heard those songs. That is the first listen to them. So if you're thinking there's a conspiracy to it, I don't know what to tell you about that because, and maybe that might be fun to do sometime as a behind the scenes. Maybe I'd do it for a Patreon exclusive or something. And I've thought about that too for you Patreon people of starting to add more stuff there that's only available to you guys. But maybe we do a behind the scenes where I can just have a camera running and film, a song, or maybe even do it. I don't know how we do it, but maybe a streaming or something where it's like, here's the process. And then we could take a song randomly from someone and go, okay, it's this one. And then I just hit the play and record it. And then we, you see it because it would be cheating myself and cheating everybody else if I called it the first listens and it wasn't me listening to it for the first time. So to those folks that think it's a fake thing, it's not. Okay, that's all I got. Swinging out. I love you guys so much. This might be a very short intro because I think the batteries are dying on this. Let's see. Come on, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah, we're gonna get it on. Take off your blouse. Okay, no, none of that. Get them jiving now. Jiving with the Shane Diablo want jive talking, you want a little rocking, you want some heavy metal, wanna worship the devil. Yeah, I just took a shit. Okay, that's it for that. Thank you. I'll get batteries for next time. Bye-bye.